The John Wick star made headlines in 2015 when he was filmed giving up his subway seat to a fellow passenger with a heavy bag. It was one of Reeves' first gracious gestures to go viral. He's really nice, just like anyone you know, and he likes to help people and share things. He's a great actor who thinks of himself as a regular person, not someone who uses power or money to boss others around. One time, he sat with a homeless person, shared food and drinks, and talked with them. He even gives up some of his movie money to help his friends who work with him. Is also super nice in real life. Even though he doesn't like to talk about the nice things he does, the people he helps like to share their stories. After finishing his latest movie, John Wick, Chapter 4, he gave each person on his stunt team a special Rolex watch to say thanks. Keanu is really good at thanking the people who help him in movies. In 2002, he even bought cool motorcycles for 12 stuntmen who worked with him on a tough scene in The Matrix Reloaded. That's a really awesome way to show appreciation. Keanu Reeves once said a big thank you to the people who helped him make a really awesome movie fight. He thought it was one of the best in movie history. But Keanu went through some tough times too. His girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, passed away in a car accident in 2001. Even though they weren't together at the time, it was really sad for him. This was the second big loss he faced in a short time, and it made him feel really sad. He even thought about stopping acting after she died, but he decided to keep going. Even with all these sad things happening, Keanu didn't give up. He became one of the most loved actors in Hollywood. His strength and not giving up are inspiring to many people who have gone through hard times. He's like a hero for those who faced tough things in their own lives. In June 2019, people on Twitter saw that when Keanu Reeves takes pictures with women, he doesn't actually touch or hold them. Instead, he keeps his hands behind them to give them space. This nice thing he does became really popular on the internet, and fans thought it was great. They called Keanu a respectful king and said he was considerate and respectful. In May 2019, a cool story about Keanu Reeves and a young fan became really popular. James Dater, who writes and makes videos, shared his experience with Reeves when he worked at a movie theater as a teenager. James tried to get Keanu's autograph but couldn't. But guess what happened next? Just 2 minutes later, someone knocked on the door behind James. He thought it was his boss, but surprise, it was Keanu Reeves himself. "I figured you wanted my autograph," the star said to James, "so I signed this." He gave James a receipt from the snack counter with his signature on the back. Keanu Reeves was born in Beirut, Lebanon on September 2, 1964. His mom is from Britain and her name is Patricia Taylor. His dad, Samuel Nolan Reeves, is Hawaiian Chinese. Keanu's parents split up when he was only 3. After that, his mom took him and his younger sister, Kim Reeves, first to Australia and then to New York City. In New York, his mom married a director named Paul Aaron, who worked on Broadway and in Hollywood. Keanu went to 4 high schools, and one of them was a cool art school in Toronto, Canada. That's where he found out he really loved acting. His mom worked with costumes and performed, so he got to know the showbiz world early on. But there were tough times too. When he was 13, his dad got in trouble for having drugs and he had to go to jail. Keanu felt sad and had a hard time dealing with his feelings for a long while. Even though Keanu had a tough childhood, he didn't give up on his dream of becoming an actor. He started in movies with One Step Away in 1985, but the big break came in 1989 when he played in the funny movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It did really well, and they even made a second one called Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey in 1991. Keanu kept doing great in movies with the action film Point Break in 1991 and the cool sci-fi movie The Matrix in 1999. But there were sad times in his personal life too. In 1999, his girlfriend Jennifer Syme had a baby named Ava, but sadly, she was born still. After that, Keanu and Jennifer's relationship didn't last, and Jennifer passed away in a car accident the next year. Even though Keanu Reeves is super famous, he doesn't act all serious about it. He does fun stuff like being a character in Toy Story 4 and playing a funny version of himself in a Netflix movie called Always Be My Maybe in 2019. He doesn't seem to show off, even though he's a big actor. When someone asked him in June 2019 about being called an internet boyfriend, he didn't make a big deal about it. "That's silly," said the star when talking to Entertainment Weekly and People TV. He thought the positive vibes were awesome. He also said nice things about his friends in the movie Always Be My Maybe, Ali Wong and Randall Park. Even though Keanu Reeves went through really sad times, he stays hopeful. He once said, "Sadness this may change, but it doesn't go away. Keanu knows he'll always feel the hurt from his tough times, but he decides to think about the good things in his life. People think he's really nice and giving, always doing extra to help others. He also stays fit and strong by doing martial arts and riding motorcycles. That helps him feel good in both his body and mind. Lots of people know Keanu Reeves as an actor, but did you know he's also really good at playing music? He also played bass for movie soundtracks like in A Scanner Darkly and Little Buddha. Everything special about this actor starts with his awesome name Keanu. It comes from the Hawaiian word Kiwehulu, meaning cool breeze over the mountains. When Keanu first started acting, his agent told him to change his name because it sounded different and not American enough. The agent even suggested the name Chuck Spadina, but Keanu said no. He wanted to keep his own name because it was personal, and he didn't want to hide who he really was. That shows how brave and true to himself he is, and he's proud of his cultural roots and unique name.